Hello mga Lods, good morning to everyone. So continue tayo mga Lods. So yesterday kahapon yung natouch ko yung electrifying faith. I-emphasize ko doon yung 12 years na babae na tinagasan ng dugo, no? So she have an electrifying faith. So Matthew chapter 9 verse 20 until verse 22. Nandun po yun mababasa, no? So i-confirm natin. Okay, Matthew chapter 9 verse 20 until verse 22. The electrifying faith. So this kind of faith is self-prophetic desire, electrifying faith. So bakit natin sinasabing self-prophetic desire, electrifying faith? When it comes to faith, there is a substance, no? Hebrews 11 chapter 11 verse 1. So the substance is things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, which is no other than our God, the creator of all things. In the name of Jesus, through the life of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moses, David, Joseph, Esau, Elijah, even until this day, even this life. Okay? So, self-prophetic desire, electrifying faith. Kanina, electrifying faith lang po yung aking pinaka-title. So, pag sinabing electrifying faith, there's a great impact or effect. Number one, we perform this kind of electrifying faith. First, in yourself. Fix first in yourself. It means to say, the thought structure of yourself, aligned by the Spirit of God, is fixed, totally fixed. Spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Sa physically, kahit may karamdaman ka, there's nothing shall be impossible, no? With God. But for men, it is impossible. But for with God, nothing shall be impossible. So, electrifying faith. What is the operations and process for this kind of faith? So, number one is fix yourself spiritually, your faith, based in Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1. Number 2, concretely desire, strongly, solid. No one can shake it. It means to say fixable, desire, concretely. Even there is diverse of winds in your spiritual life, in faith, that is unshakable. It means what you thinking of is what you use. Reference is Ephesians chapter 3 verse 20. So it means to say, kung anong iniisip mo, magagamit mo. And later on, you will receive it completely. Number 3. After fixing yung number 1, number 2, number 3 is you must extend your strength from darkness to light. It means to say, you must reach out to extend your strength from your self-prophetic desire, electrifying faith, just for the sake of seeking light. Light means healing, not as added salvations in life. To make a new difference story of your life. Let's say for example, from darkest life, because of 12 years experience suffering of blood, or sa atin sa panahon ngayon tinatawag na cancerous or cancer, no? So you must extend your strength from your self-desire prophetic electrifying faith. Yung iisipin mo talaga na pag nandoon ka, makuha mo yung desire mo. So ang result, you will never be the same again. There's a lot of changes. Why? Number 4, because before you extend your strength to make a new difference, to make light, to turn on the light by your strength from the precepts of concrete decisions and desire from electric self-prophetic desire electrifying faith. It will be and it must be. Nothing shall be impossible. 100%. That's part of the great substance of Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1. Because no other God you serve, the God not created by hands. Okay? Even not created by some created things here on earth like stone, wood. Okay? I emphasize a lot here already. So no need to be hard or yung mag-backbite ka sa akin, no? Kasi biblical naman lahat at nakikita natin. So yun po, yung pinaka-apat is great discernment without any love. Yung walang pag-alinlangan. Yung talagang buo ang loob kahit malakas ang alon, kahit may mga pagsubok sa buhay, hindi ka nawawala ng pag-asa. Pag ang puso't isipan mo ay gaya ng fountains of water or like a river flow, kahit gaano man kalakas ang bagyo na susuungin mo, ma-reach out mo lang yung desire mo, then that is the beginning, you making a new beginning, a new start of another history of your life to make you great change in your life. That is self-desire prophetic electrifying faith. That is your destiny when it comes here on earth, especially in eternity. Now, that is related and connected and considerable and acceptable reality form of understanding, which is concrete. No one can shake it, unshakable. So that is the life of woman character. Yung tinagasan ng dugo ng 12 years, no? Matthew chapter 9 verse 20 until verse 22. That is electrifying faith. And the spark of her thoughts is creating a self-prophetic desire as her destiny through electrifying faith. Matouch niya lang yung damit ni Jesus Christ. So, sinikapan niyang matouch yung damit ni Jesus Christ kahit maraming alon sa buhay. Ano yung alon? Yung mga taong nakaharang kasi kilalang kilala si Jesus Christ. Baga, kulang na lang sa ating panahon, stampede ang tawag, no? Pag sinabing stampede, magkaroon lang ng maraming tao kung may maraming pangako sa programa. So, sino yung mga namatay sa stampede mula noon hanggang ngayon? reviewin yung mga taon. Programa sa mga television. Di ba ang daming namatay? Stampede. Ganun yung nangyari sa babae. Kahit maraming tao, kahit mamatay siya sa maraming tao halos, kasi sa daming tao, matas niya lang yung damit ni Jesus Christ. Then, healing will follow, which is salvation, as added things in her life from suffering. And that is from fixing itself before you extend your strength as keep on keeping on. Pag keep on, first fix yourself, and keeping on, extend your strength. Strength to switch the button to make a new difference of life. Okay? And that is 100% positive. There is no worries in the future, even in these days, when it comes of challenges in life, no? Because in these days, there's a lot of diversities of challenges, like waves, winds, and any nature that unexpected, that it will be, and it will be, and it can be. But once you extend your strength and keep on to change your lifestyle, a self-prophetic desire, destiny of your lifestyle here on earth, to make a new story and or history of your life, then fix yourself and align your spirit unto God. Do not be like any character of the Bible, which is unfixable spirit and even unfixable character of thought structure. Yun yung mga karakter ng mga doubtful. Karamihan dyan, mga magnanakaw. No? Lagi kong in-emphasize yung magnanakaw kasi ang Bible is more emphasizing of those robbers and thieves from the spirit of Satan. Yan yung nagiging problema. Kumbaga sa atin ngayon, yung halimbawa, papasok ka sa mall, mayroon kang kinuhang item sa loob ng grocery. Tapos ang reason mo sa counter, ay, kalimutan ko. Pero intentional, ninakaw mo talaga yun. Pero sa expression sa ating panahon, because of the knowledge increase, kinonsidered as may sakit ka na ang reason, wala kang intensyon magnakaw. Pero nagawa mo yun na parang pagnanakaw. Kaya pagnanakaw talaga. So, ang feedback ng tao, dahil merong knowledge, ganito pala, may sakit pala siya, si ganun, ganun. Nakalusot. Walang kaso. Kasi, yung thoughts structure ng isang tao, in-apply doon sa isang tao para lang ma-absuelto. Pero sa sarili, doon sa taon na yun, malaking problema sa sarili niya kasi sinadya niya talaga yun. Hindi sakit. Pero sa spiritually speaking, sakit talaga siya. Pero sa physical understanding, outside appearance of human being between other people, magnanakaw ka talaga. Pero sa spiritually speaking, you are under the spirit of character of Satan. Pero itong babaeng itong tinagasan, she fight itself to perform electrifying faith to change her lifestyle as a whole. Kumbaga, gusto niyang gumaling. Gusto niyang magbago ang buhay. And that is the benefits of electrifying faith itself. Once you desire something greater or bigger to change your lifestyle. Kung if you are not totally content your lifestyle today, kasi yung nature ng tao, walang contentment. And there's a lot of reason na pwede rin hindi contentment. Yung isang tao, mga tao. In-emphasize ko na dito kasi likas na sa taong walang contentment. Sa akin kasi itong mga explanation ko dito, kung wala ka pang contentment, you must to desire a lot of things to change your lifestyle, looking forward your next generations. So, posible namang hindi tayo pwede makontento kasi marami pang mga bagay sa mundo na hindi pa natin natuklasan, no? Katulad ng 7 wonders of the world. Mag-tour ka, hindi mo magawa kasi wala kang pera. So how can I change your lifestyle to be a prosperous lifestyle? Kasi yung dinisire ng babae, kung baga sa kalagayan ng tao, from poverty to prosperity, from nothing to something, from zero to everything. So, yan yung mga thought structure, prosperously mindset, develop itself as prosperous. May actions. Hindi naman magawa yung healing, yung dinisire niya, hindi nagawa ang healing kung walang actions. Once you express actions from your desire itself, kasi gusto mo mag-change yung lifestyle mo, you must understand, you have a great discernment. Especially in these days, as those emphasizing one of the character of the Bible who are able to help the nations. Yung angel na sinasabi ko na greater and more than Solomon. That is added. Aside from your self. But those character used by God from His ministry, like Jesus, and like angel, especially in Revelation chapter 22 verse 16. Both are working together. Once you extend your strength from your self-prophetic electrifying faith. Itong dalawang magtatrabaho ito na anghel at si Jesus Christ. Sabihin natin yung ama at kanya at siya na bilang anak na nagtatrabaho sa panahon ngayon. Once you reach out, your desire that your destiny while we are here on earth, then you will receive positively, exactly, in a long time, an instant, or in a short period of time, or maybe, or I have something better in mind. It means to say, added things in life based God's help. There's a lot of helps of God, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. No? Once you desire something, God will help you. Nothing shall be impossible. John 14:14 until verse 15. If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. If you love me, keep my commandments. So God said also in Revelation chapter 22 verse 14, blessed those who are obeying His commandments. So it's all about commands, not in a form of religion, but in a form of self-prophetic desire, electrifying faith. Ito, added lang ito, hindi ito pang isang oras. Madagdagan ko lang yung mga mababaw lang sa unawa. So at least, there's something new and added things in life that you learn something different from the other thoughts, which is profitable, good. Pero dapat huwag niyong nakawin. Ibig sabihin, kung concerned ka, you must to extend also. In some part. Kung naintindihan mo. Kasi lahat dito ay in-emphasize ko na, no? So, yun po. Added things in life. It is the woman is represent a nation's organization, family, individual, or any kinds of government. Once the nation desire a great change, be like a woman with a blood of 12 years. You must extend your strength, keep on keeping on, to change your lifestyle of your country. And to change your lifestyle in your family. Always looking forward, generations to generations. So, electrifying faith is the substance of self-prophetic desire, electrifying faith. To perform strength from fixed spirit in yourself, aligned by the Spirit of God, not unfixable spirit, or not unfixable thoughts, or not unfixable heart, or not unfixable mind, but fixable from the precepts of God. Directly focus. Hindi naman natin mabili yung isang bagay pag hindi natin pinufokusan, di ba? Hindi magawa yung isang bagay pag hindi natin pinufokusan. Like say for example, gadgets. Hindi magawa ang isang bagay kung hindi pinufokusan. Pero a lot of concrete thought structure in the blueprint, no? So lahat ng bagay pinag-iisipan. Minsan nga, pag sumakay ka ng bus, patingin ka isang bagay, ano kayang laman nun? Tumawa yung mga classmate ko dati kasi isang grupo kami, sakay sa bus, sobrang tahimik. Sabi ko, ano kayang laman nun? Nakita nilang tinuro ko, pambihira, tumawa sila. Hindi mo alam yung laman yan, o hindi ko alam laman yan. Alamin natin. Tawag-tawa sila, oh. Ba't kaya sila tumawa? Siguro, man-amaze sila sa aking thought structure, no? In some part, hindi mo alam. Siyempre, may nag-isip-isip din sila. Kahit alam nila yung some part, hindi nila alam yung in some part. Kaya in some part, pag naintindihan mo ako dito, in some part also, you will receive. And you will be the head and not a tail. According to the promise of God. That is electrifying faith. According to the substance of Hebrews 11 verse 1. Yung Matthew chapter 9 verse 20 until verse 22, that is electrifying faith. Okay? So, napakasimple lang bagay mga Lods. Kasi kung wala kang contentment, hindi ka manatili sa bahay lang. Hindi ka naka-standby lang. Pero hindi rin lahat ng mantika ay natutulog na parang tamad. Mayroong mga mantika na gising lagi kahit hindi natutulog. Kahit natutulog pero gising lagi, hindi natutulog. So maraming mga bagay na dapat pag-aralan, no? Sa mundo, hindi pa lahat. Ang tao kasi minsan, ang dating is parang alam na lahat. Pero hindi pa. Hindi pa alam lahat. Ang daming substance na dapat mong ma-discover. Ang likas kasi ng tao, ang dating natin sa kanila karamihan ay sobrang yabang na kasi when it comes of knowledge and wisdom, ipapakita sa tao na talagang matalino siya. Tila sa kanya lahat. Pero hindi pa. Kasi ang dami. Hindi pa kasama yung mystery. The substance of mystery. Oh. Substance pa lang yun, of faith. Hindi pa natuklasan lahat. Ano pa yung substance of mystery? Kaya nga, you cannot fathom the new teaching. O nawala sa theology. Yung sinishare ko dito. Kasi fresh progressive revelation lang din ako galing sa Diyos na sinishare na hindi ko rin pinagyabang. That is added. Kasi once we desire a prosperous lifestyle here on earth as our destiny, before eternity as our final destiny, we perform electrifying faith with free will offering. Pag sinabing free will offering, kahit may sakit ka na hindi ka halos makalakad, damit lang ang dala mo, yung free will offering dyan, yung decision making. Kahit wala kang dala, basta yung decision mo buo, puntahan mo para mahawakan mo lang yung damit ni Jesus Christ. Yan yung free will offering. Maganda pag may dala ka pa na handog. Yun nga lang, hindi siya makapaghandog dahil sa dami ng tao, baka may stampede. Nandoon yung dangerous task bago niya ma-reach out yung changes ng lifestyle niya. So kung ganun ang bansa mo, family mo, ministry mo, and you are willing to submit God's plan, His hands here on earth, there will be the great change. Huwag kang magnakaw. Kasi pag nagnakaw ka, and you are connected by the precepts of demons, mga politicians, any kinds, basta meron kang porsyento galing sa nakaw, you are under the spirit of demons. Hindi ka matawag na totoong pastor, bishop, pari, imam, rabbi. Ano pa? Mutawa, o ustad, o monks, priest, minister, bishop, prophet. Lalo na sa prophet, daming piki ngayon na propeta. Kaya isa one of the reason wala na rin ako sa pulpit. No? So, short message lang ito. So, yun po mga Lods. Once we desire change lifestyle here on earth, especially our country, kung malaki ang concern mo sa bansa natin, you have a great discernment. Tanggalin mo yung pride mo. Kasi sa sarili mo, alam mo na malayo ka na sa Panginoon. Kahit tumayo ka na sa pulpito ng maraming beses, kung ikaw yun, sana hindi ikaw. Lalo na sa mga politicians. Ako, mahilig ako sa advanced precepts kasi nakikita eh. Pagbukas kasi yung mata mo, nakikita yung mga espiritong hindi maganda. Kaya yung mga nakakaunawa dito, pwede pang mabago yung mindset niya. Kahit meron siyang kaalaman, madagdagan siya. So it means to say, mag-shower ka na lang muna bago ka magpasakop sa kamay ng Diyos. Kasi pag hindi ka mag-shower, tapos pasakop ka sa kamay ng Diyos, nanatili pa rin yung pagiging kitongin. Diba? So, yung shower ng Syrian noon is Jordan River. Eh, ano pa ngayon sa atin ngayon? Made of hands. Mga shower na maganda. Spiritually speaking, you must to change your lifestyle spiritually. Kahit malaki na yung ministry mo. Kasi hindi nagbabase sa millions of members. Pag inutusan yung anghel, kailangan mo talagang sumunod. Si Abraham ba? Yung tatlong anghel na bumisita sa place of Mamre, the tree of place of Mamre, nagdadalawang isip ba siya na ayos sumunod? Hindi. Buo. Kasi anghel yung kaharap niya. Yung tatlo, ginawa niyang Lord. My Lord. Tatlo yun ha. Ginawa niyang Lord. Plural form in singular. Aspect understanding. Tatlo naman yun. Reverse naman yun. Yung tatlong anghel na bumisita, ginawa niyang Lord. It means pinagkaisa niya. Pagdating naman kay Lot, bumisita yung dalawang anghel, ginawa niya ni Lord. Tapos pagdating sa resurrection of Jesus Christ, my God and your God. My Father and your Father. Pag sinabi kasing and, there will be added. So, marami. Anong reference niyan? Revelation chapter 3 verse 1. Kaya huwag nating lituhin yung ating pananampalataya. Minsan kasi nagka-class, nag-away-away kasi kung magbe-base ka lang sa mga pulot-pulot, hindi ka magbe-base sa Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1, magkagulo pa talaga. Hindi nagkakaisa. Lalo na sa Revelation, pag nineglect mo yan, negligence of faith of Revelation chapter 22 verse 1 until 21, lalo na sa verse 14 and verse 16. That's part of fixing. And that is electrifying faith in the last days. Judgment yan eh. Noon pa lang, wala lang nakadiscover. Siguro ngayon lang. Iwas-iwasan lang yan kasi alam nyo na, di ba? Those structure of human being. Wala kang magagawa talaga. Kaya nga, may kalakasan ng Diyos na meron din siyang kahinaan. Ibig sabihin, may, ano ba yun? Yung ano doon na tanong ko sa isang tao na hindi niya nasagot. Anong kaya ng Diyos na hindi kaya ng Diyos? So, pag-isipan nyo muna yan, mga Lods, bago nyo i-personal message nyo sa akin, yung tanong na yan. So, sa mga pastor yan, o lahat, ibigay nyo sa akin yung sagot nyo. Kung anong biblical base pa rin. So, sa New Testament, lalo na sa New Testament, ang dami. Ang daming knowledge sa Bible, mga Lods. Sa technology, ang dami. Hindi ko lang sasabihin dito, napakadaming technology. Kung pira lang gusto mo. Yun nga lang, wala sa yung authority. Yung nakakaunawa lang, nasa kanyang otoridad. Before you perform those discovery, those electronics discovery from the scripture, tutulungan ka. Once you are under the precepts of God, magpasakop ka sa kamay ng Diyos, nasa kanyang otoridad. Kung may nadiskubrihan kang inventions, God will help you by His hands. And He will back up you and He will support you. Na yung tinago mong invention, ma-expose sa tao na hindi manakaw. Maniwala ka. Kasi kung gawa ka lang ng gawa dyan, kawawa ka. Kung naunawaan mo ako dito, wala sa inyong otoridad eh. Nakawin lang yan. Mas maganda magpasakop ka kasi ang tao, maraming natutuklasan, tinatago-tago lang kasi matakot nga naman. Kung meron kang perfect hiding of place of treasure, alam mo na yan, hindi talaga manakaw. Kahit mamatay ka, bahala kayo. Hindi nyo makita yung kayamanan ko. So, ganun ang Diyos. Pag tumulong siya, yung lahat ng tiyatago ng utak mo, matutulungan ka. Hindi ka magnanakaw. Pero kung thought structure ng Diyos ninanakaw mo na walang pahintulot, ay magnanakaw ka. 100% yan. Impyerno ka kasi may nagpaunawa na eh. Diba? Anghel lagi nagpapaunawa lang. So, ang mga anghel nagpapaunawa lang. Hindi nagyayabang, hindi nagiging famous, or hindi siya nagiging legacy lang din as obedience yung mga anghel. Hindi nga sila nagpasamba eh. Kahit tinatawag silang God, hindi sila nagpasamba. Sino lang nagpapasamba? Mga tao lang eh. Sa panahon ni Daniel. Diba? Gustong sambahin yung hari. Sino pa? Yung gumagawa ng batas. Yung mga magicians, mga astrologers ni King Nebuchadnezzar. Sila yung gustong magiging Diyos. Kaya yung decree nila, silang gumawa ng decree para lang maparusahan si Daniel. So, naging Diyos sila. Kaya maraming batas ngayon na sila ang Diyos. Kung hindi ka rin nag-aaral ng batas, kawawa ka. Ang masasabi ko lang sa ating Philippine Constitution, pag may nagbago niyan sa ating panahon ngayon, demonyo yung maghari sa inyo, sa atin, kawawa lahat ng tao. Tandaan nyo yun ha, kung patulog-tulog kayo na parang matika, walang pakialam, kawawa yung mga tao. Kaya kung hindi kayo, matagal na kayo sa ministry, mababa ang discernment ninyo, kawawa pa rin tayo lahat. Kasi walang pagkakaisa. Anong sabi ng Diyos? Luke chapter 1 verse 17. To make ready a people. It means to say, gathered a people. Anghel pa yung papaunawa niyan. Hindi mag-gathered. Bakit? Kanya-kanyang pananampalataya eh. So second is added. Those who are willing like buoyancy. Instant to reach out the substance of the air. Not in principalities of the air, but the substance of the air of God, which is the oxygen of life in these days. Discernment under the firmaments of firmaments. Naku, napakalalim yun. Hindi mo na kayang tarokin yan. Baka mabuang ka kahit matagal ka na sa ministry. Yung firmaments of firmaments, anghel lang nakakaunawa niya. Huwag mo na lang isipin yun, baka mabaliw ka. So yun po. You must obey your self-prophetic desire as your destiny to change your lifestyle here on earth. If there is a chance to live in this world prosperously as electrifying faith, yung hindi mo magawa noon, magagawa mo ngayon. Blessing sa mga iba na nangyari dahil sa faith nila. Pero may kulang pa rin kasi kung may nagpapanawa uli, maintindihan nyo pa. Kung gusto nyo mang lalong madagdagan, magiging sagana pa talagang buhay ninyo. Pero, kung magpasakop tayo sa kamay ng Diyos, hindi lang kayo ang magiging happy-go-lucky. You must to concern the people. Kasi maraming nagmi-ministry ngayon, kinakawawa yung mga membro. Totoo? Totoo naman. Halos agad, wala ng pera. Magsunod lang yung gusto ng pastor. Totoo naman, di ba? Kambing, kabaw, kalabaw, di ba? So, kasalanan din yun. Kasi hindi ka nagtutulong sa tao. Kasi yung principles of God is prosperity. Since from the beginning, all His creations, dinisign tayo as prosperous lifestyle. Yun nga lang sinira ni Satan. Kaya lumabas yung mga karakter ng mga magnanakaw. Yan yung nagpapahirap. That is the character of Satan. So, naintindihan? Once you have a self-prophetic desire as your destiny, electrifying faith, You must to reach out God's plan in these days by His angel and by His hands here on earth as greater and more than Solomon. So discernment is needed. Hindi pa nagsisis yung the gifts and the fruits of the Holy Spirit. Once the prayer still exists, na exercise natin, anong sabi ng Diyos? Sarado mo yung pinto at nakipag-usap ka sa Ama. Kasi bago mo palang isipin, alam na ng Diyos kung anong inisip mo. Diba? Hindi nagsisis yung mga galawan ng Espiritu. Espiritu ng Diyos, yung spiritual gifts and gifts of the Holy Spirit. Mali lang talaga ibang teaching, kaya minsan mainis ka eh. Instead na magkaroon ka pa ng buhay na mangarap ng malaki, kung hindi ka pa nakontento, wala na tuloy kasi pinatay na eh. Pinatay nila yung ningas ng Espiritu ng Diyos. Isa lang yung pinatay nila. E paano yung Revelation chapter 3 verse 1? The seven Spirit of God. Yung isa pinatay, pero paano yung maraming Espiritu pang naiwan na aning? Ang dami. Infinite. Unending, the works and miracles of God, performing miracles. Kaya nga lagi tayong nakikita ng tuwing umaga. Every day is a new day. Maliban lang kung ligpitan na. Pag sinabing ligpitan, that is the power of God, performing power of God. Anong gagawin niya muna? Tanggalin yung lahat ng buhay ng tao. Pagkatapos, sirain ang mundo. Ligpit. O, may magagawa ba yung kayamanan mo? Wala. Saan nangyari yan? Sa panahon ng Ehipto. Anong sabi ng Diyos? Sige, maglagay ko ng palatandaan ng pula na dugo sa pintuan. Pagliligpit ng buhay. Yung hindi sumunod, niligpit yung buhay. Ngayon, kung mangyari yan, kasi anghel, limited. Created lang yan. Pero kung ang anghel na magsabi, they're agent sila dito sa mundo. Pag ni-reach out nilang Diyos, itong gagawin mo, Panginoon, wala nang takot ang mga taong to. Ang daming idol shepherd. Magnanakaw pa ng dokumento ng simbahan. Ang kinin niya yung ibang simbahan kahit hindi sa kanya. Totoo? Pagnanakaw yan. Hindi magandang karakter yan. Pag sinabi ng Diyos sa langit, okay, kunin ko lahat yung buhay ninyo. Ligpit lahat. Wala magagawa. May magagawa ka pa ba? Simple analyzation as considered reality. Ako wala na sa pulpit kasi alam nyo na, diba? Explanation a lot. So yun po. In these days, you know already, and hello, hi to everyone. And those mayroong great discernment and great desire to change their family lifestyle, looking forward for the future, their nations, and you will never be the same again. You're a blessed one. Yung nakita ng Diyos na sa Revelation chapter 21 verse 9. You are a blessed one. Paniwalaan mo lang. There will be the great change. So nakikita na ng Diyos yan na ikaw yun. You have a free will offering for the glory of God. Makikita yung changes ng lives ng buhay mo, yung bansa mo, and you are be the head and not a tail. Sabi ko nga, kahit anghel maghihirap dito sa lupa, walang problema, as long as masunod lang yung plano ng Diyos. Huwag mo lang nakawin yung glory ng Diyos. Kasi ang dami magnanakaw ng glory ng Diyos sa panahon natin ngayon, mga pastor, bishop, anak ko, ang dami. Lalo sa ibang reliyon. Ang dami magnanakaw ng glory ng Diyos. Huwag nating nakawin yung glory ng Diyos. May nabasa ka ba na naglilingkod sa Bible, nagnakaw ng glory ng Diyos? Isa lang siguro. Si Judas. Pagnanakaw ng glory yun eh. Yung pagsusumbong. Kasi gusto niya, siya ang sisikat. Yun nga lang, mali yung expectation. Tumanggap ng pera, nagbigti. Kaya akala niya siya ang sisikat. Yung pagsuplong niya, pag-traidor. Yun yung pagnanakaw ng glory. Kaya pag nagnakaw ka ng kalaman ng Diyos, Judas ka rin. Mahigit pa doon, kitungin. Nagbingi-bingihan. Kahit hindi bingi, nagbulag-bulagan. Kahit hindi bulag. Nagpilay-pilayan kahit hindi pilay. Kitungin kahit hindi kitungin. na parang si Gehazi at na parang si Spirit of Adonijah. Okay, so yun lang po. Change your lifestyle by concrete decisions in life in these days. Kung gusto mong tulungan ng Diyos, tulong lang naman ang gusto ng Diyos, wala na siyang magagawa kung ayaw tumulong, di ba? Kung magkatawang tao siya na bilang anghel. They are working together. Revelation chapter 21 verse 16. So yun lang po. God bless. Reach out your desire as your destiny while we are here on earth temporarily. And someday somehow we meet there in heaven. Kung tayo mamatay dito sa mundo, pagkatapos dito sa mundo. Okay, 100%. Huwag mong kalimutan. Use your arm strength to reach out the hands of God in these days. So God bless everyone.